In today's video, I bring you part 6 of my 2-slot challenge where I aim to obtain 250 different units, all while being free to play and with no help. And currently I have discovered 185 different units. So, it has been a while since I last did do a video on this challenge, 4 months give or take, but we're back. No Q&A video today, as I did already do one in part 8 of my no stopping series. So instead, I'll be doing a quick recap of my series so far, important plot points only, you know. In part 1, I obtained Garo, rolled Overlord on him, obtained Businessman Yojin and Yoruichi, evolved Garo, beat World 1 using Garo, reached World 2, obtained Sungjin Woo, pulled Overlord on Yoruichi, obtained Jiren, pulled Overlord on him, obtained Jono, Luffy and Idol, farmed some tournament of power portals using Jiren, evolved Jiren, put Entrepreneur on my Idol, evolved my Idol, did some Soul Society portals using Jiren, evolved my Yoruichi, pulled Overlord on my Jono, evolved him, farmed Ruin Moria, Act 2, using Yoruichi, and evolved Jono again. In part 2, I pulled Overlord on Sungjin Woo, evolved him, rolled Avatar on my Luffy, used Yoruichi to farm both the Legend stages and the Flying Island raid, evolved Luffy, obtained Usopp, Zoro, and Sanji, obtained and evolved Igris and Tanka, evolved Sungjin Woo, and evolved my Luffy to his godly evolution. Used Luffy to farm the dungeons, obtained and evolved Shadow General and King, Flame Mage, Igris, and Tanka, used Jiren to beat the gates, and evolved Sungjin Woo to his godly evolution. In part 3, I pulled Avatar and Garo, used Luffy to farm Unknown Planets Legend stages, pulled Avatar on my Sungjin Woo, used Sungjin Woo to farm the survival game mode, evolved Garo, Genos, and Saitama, and evolved Garo to his godly evolution. In part 4, I obtained Shinra and Super Saiyan Blue Goku, evolved Super Saiyan Blue Goku, obtained and evolved Broly, pulled Overlord on Goku, reached wave 100 in Dragon Heaven Infinite using Luffy, evolved Beerus, and evolved Goku to his godly evolution. I then reached wave 100 in Oasis Infinite using Luffy, pulled Glitch on Shinra, evolved Shinra, used Goku to beat both the Inferno dungeons and the Oasis Legend stages, evolved Shinra, obtained and evolved Shu, Benomaru, and Night King, and evolved Shinra into his godly evolution. In part 5, I pulled Glitch on Goku, evolved Ichigo twice, obtained and evolved Ichiban, completed both the Soul King Palace portals and the Soul Society Infinite using Sungjin Woo, and evolved Ichigo to his godly evolution. I then pulled Glitch on my Ichigo, obtained and evolved Sukuna, Megumi, Ichidori, Harley Quinn, Meliodas Ban, and Escanor, evolved Sukuna again, and then evolved him into his godly evolution, and also pulled a Glitch on Sukuna. And that's it. All the important bits of my progression so far. I have a headache now. Okay, so continuing from where we left off, in the last video, I did mention that I would be getting Godly Escanor as my next godly, who I've already completed like 80% of the missions for. So only things left are the 30,000 kills with Escanor and finding his axe. And that's it. So I am just gonna do some infinites, probably gonna take me a couple hours, 3 to 4 at least. And the axe can be found in the infinite. So that's that quest done. And finally, 30,000 kills on Escanor. This was by far the easiest godly to get. It was just really tedious, but not hard at all. Now I should be able to claim the Glyph of Pride, yeah, and done. Helix of Pride, crafted, and now evolved. This does now bring me to 8 godlies, which is pretty crazy with 2 slots, so yeah. Okay, so next godly I do want to get is Chainsful Man, who isn't really that good by himself, but I do want to get him for the thumbnail. So first thing on the agenda is dungeons. Yes, gotta complete it 20 times with 3+ modifiers, and also obtain Yuru, the War Demon, which has a 35 pity with 1% chance. Yep, of course it's 1% for a mediocre unit, of course. Okay, thankfully, didn't have to reach pity, which does save me a ton of time. Only had to complete the dungeon 20 times, and that's it for the dungeon game mode. So next thing I am gonna do is the survival game mode, which does mean I gotta complete it 10 times with the no one leaves alive modifier, and another 20 on top of that to reach pity for Aki. So 30 completions. Not that bad. Alright, now with that done, legend stages, 20 of them. I am gonna be doing Act 2 as it does drop the most devil essence, which are required for the 3 units I do have to evolve for this trial, so shouldn't be too hard. Okay, and the last difficult quest left to do for this trial is an infinite. I gotta reach wave 100 on nightmare mode for train station, which should be pretty easy to do now with Sun Jin Woo, as he did get a rework quite recently, which does make him pretty goddamn busted. So this should be quite a breeze. Let's find out, I guess. Alright, just as I said, pretty easy. So now with all the hard stuff done, next is evolutions. So starting from top to bottom, first is Maki, who I already seem to have. I do not remember obtaining her, but this does make life a tad bit easier, so I can already buy her halo, and now I just need to farm 300 fire essence. Don't really care too much for stats, as she definitely ain't soloing the game. Now for Aki, which requires me to obtain 5 different gun fragments. I do already have 3 out of the 5 already, so let me just quickly get 1 and 2, and also the Dark Essence. Yeah. Once again, stats do not matter on this unit. He ain't soloing the game. And finally Yoru. I can already buy the War Demon, and now I just need 350 Dark Essence. And that should be all the evolutions done. Now I just need to obtain 430 more Dark Essence, yep. And also use Maki's ability 5 times. And that's it. Finally, all done. Now I can claim my Glyph of Hell and also craft the Helix of Hell and evolve. And now I have 9 Godlies, which is pretty good. Pretty good, I guess. Might as well do some rerolls. Gotta hit my dopamine somehow. And Avatar, which is kind of pointless now that I think about it. I am not gonna be using Denji anytime soon. You know what? Might as well do some gambling on Escanor, as I do believe man is gonna get a buff in the future. So might as well prepare for it. Oh! Glitch! Well, hopefully the rework is actually good, you know, based off previous reworks. They were all pretty good, so please game, just come on game. Okay, so it is now the Halloween update. Huge time skip, I know. And my reasoning for returning only now is that the units from this update are actually worth it. For once. Like, literally 2 of the units you get from this update can solo pretty much the whole game. Those being Death Sun and Lelouch. The stage you get the treats from still reward you even if you lose. So shouldn't take too long. Okay, so I did do a quick overnight macro and have gotten myself 222,000 treats. Death Sun is not currently on the Halloween banner, so instead I'll be spending my treats on some capsules in hopes that I can actually get a glitch pity potion and also possibly Death Sun. So 222 capsules, give you a potion or Death Sun, you know? Evo works. Damn, okay, first attempt, already a glitch potion. But no Death Sun. But that's fine. So back to it. Okay, I am back and Death Sun is finally on the banner and I only have enough treats to get 1 guaranteed celestial unit. So hopefully I don't need to hit pity and hopefully it's Death Sun. Ain't no way. First hit already a Death Sun. Well, that's big. So demonize and evolve. I am of course gonna use my glitch pity potion on him, so easy glitch, just like that. Yep, pity. Might as well do some pale gambling. So Glorious or the other one, I forgot, and Glorious, no surprise there. Okay, man should now be able to solo pretty much everything, but more importantly, the Halloween stage, as I do want to get Alucard, and to also evolve him for the thumbnail, you know. So Death Sun should be able to solo it, as long as I choose all the beneficial cards. So yeah, BRB. Damn, okay, 9 attempts. I do still need to complete this stage 16 more times so that I can actually evolve my Alucard. So back to it. Now with that done, next on the agenda is 1500 summons. I am gonna do some more gambling on the Halloween banner, as I should be able to reach Pity and obtain Lelouch, who should be pretty good. And Pity, no shiny. I am gonna spend the rest of my summons on a normal banner, as I do have a ton of emeralds. And 1500. Done. Alright, next is 5000 Dark Enemy kills with Alucard. So I am just gonna do Hollow Knight Palace Infinite on normal. Should be pretty easy. And 5000 kills done. Only took me 2 infinites, but it's done. Next thing I am gonna do is obtain 300 Dark Essence. And lastly, 250 waves in the Halloween game mode. Don't even need to beat the stage, you just gotta pass the wave, so pretty easy. And finally all done, which means I can finally claim his dual wields and evolve him. Okay, I am gonna end it there. It has been 416 hours, and for the index progression, 203, 13 rares, 7 epics, 15 legendaries, 36 mythics, 74 celestials, 45 ultimates, 4 exotics, and 9 godlies.